The world of bodybuilding is highly competitive, and the pursuit of the perfect physique has led some individuals to take extreme measures. While most bodybuilders achieve their muscular frames through rigorous training, diet, and sometimes the use of performance-enhancing drugs, others have resorted to artificial means to enhance their appearance. This video explores the controversial phenomenon of bodybuilders with fake muscles, focusing on the top 10 figures who have gained notoriety for their use of synthetic enhancements. Number 10. Chad Brothers. Chad Brothers is a controversial figure in the bodybuilding community, known not for his natural muscle development, but for his use of synthetic enhancements to achieve an exaggerated, often grotesque physique. Rather than relying on traditional methods like rigorous training and disciplined nutrition, Chad has opted for a more artificial route, using substances like Synthol to inflate his muscles beyond their natural limits. Synthol, a site enhancement oil, is injected directly into the muscles, creating a swollen appearance that many argue looks unnatural and, at times, cartoonish. While some may view this as a shortcut to the aesthetics of bodybuilding, it comes with significant health risks, including infections, nerve damage, and the potential for long-term disfigurement. Despite the criticism, Chad's notoriety has grown, largely due to the shock value of his extreme look and the attention it garners on social media. Number 9. Arlindo the Mountain de Souza. Arlindo the Mountain de Souza, a Brazilian bodybuilder with a striking 29-inch bicep circumference, has become infamous not just for his size, but for the controversial methods behind it. Despite his Herculean appearance, de Souza's strength hasn't increased in proportion to his biceps, as his muscles aren't purely the result of intense training. Instead, de Souza has been injecting a dangerous concoction of mineral oil and alcohol directly into his muscles, a practice that has raised alarm among medical professionals. This risky method, known as site enhancement, was introduced to him by a fellow gym enthusiast in his quest to become the most imposing figure in his local gym in Olinda, Brazil. His arms, in particular, ballooned to a size that earned him the nickname the Mountain, but this came at a significant cost. The use of Synthol is highly controversial and perilous, as it can lead to severe health complications. Despite the clear dangers, de Souza admits to a lingering temptation to resume these injections, even though he claims to have stopped. Number 8. Romario dos Santos Alves. Romario dos Santos Alves, a Brazilian bodybuilder, became notorious for his extreme and dangerous pursuit of an exaggerated physique, inspired by the fictional character, the Incredible Hulk. Obsessed with achieving massive muscles, Romario began injecting himself with a harmful concoction of oil, painkillers, and alcohol to swell his biceps to unnatural proportions. His biceps eventually grew to a staggering 25 inches, but the cost was severe. The injections caused his muscles to solidify, forming painful, rock-like masses that threatened his life and forced doctors to consider amputating his arms. The addiction spiraled out of control, leading him to use needles meant for animals to penetrate his hardened muscles. Despite the physical dangers, Romario's psychological struggles were equally daunting. His addiction also led to severe depression and suicidal thoughts, further straining his personal relationships. Public reactions to his appearance were mixed, with some praising his physique, while others, like a 12-year-old girl who called him a monster, drove him into deeper despair. Number 7. Kirill Tereshin. Kirill Tereshin, often referred to as Popeye due to his unnaturally large arms, is a Russian bodybuilder and internet personality who gained notoriety for injecting his muscles with a substance called Synthol. Tereshin, who began bodybuilding in his early 20s, was dissatisfied with the slow progress of muscle growth and opted for the risky shortcut of Synthol injections, a combination of oil, lidocaine, and alcohol. Tereshin's decision to use Synthol led to a series of escalating health problems. The injected oil caused severe swelling, inflammation, and damage to his muscle tissue. Over time, his arms became grotesquely enlarged, giving them a distorted and unnatural appearance. The massive buildup of Synthol also placed tremendous strain on his skin and blood vessels, leading to infections and the risk of necrosis, tissue death. Medical professionals warned Tereshin that the excessive use of Synthol could lead to amputation of his arms, or even death. In addition to the physical consequences, Tereshin faced significant psychological and social challenges. He became a controversial figure, often ridiculed and criticized both online and in the media. Number 6. Valdir Sagato. Valdir Sagato, a Brazilian bodybuilder, became infamous for his exaggerated and unnatural physique, largely due to his use of Synthol, a substance composed of oil, alcohol, and lidocaine, which he injected into his muscles to artificially enhance their size. His biceps, pectorals, and trapezius muscles ballooned to grotesque proportions, earning him the nickname Brazilian Hulk. Sagato faced numerous health problems due to his Synthol use. The substance doesn't contribute to actual muscle strength or endurance. Instead, it fills the muscle tissue with oil, leading to inflated, disproportionate muscles. Sagato was repeatedly warned by medical professionals about the dangers of his Synthol injections, but he persisted, driven by his desire for fame and a larger-than-life appearance. Socially, he experienced both admiration and ridicule. Some viewed him as a modern-day freak show, while others saw him as a tragic figure trapped by his own body image issues. His extreme methods and the resultant deformities ultimately left him physically incapacitated. Number 4. Matthias Schlitter. Matthias Schlitter, a German arm wrestler, is widely known for his unusually large right forearm, which has earned him the nickname Hellboy. Born with a rare genetic condition that caused his right forearm to grow significantly larger than his left, Schlitter's arm is sometimes mistakenly perceived as the result of synthetic muscle implants or other artificial enhancements. However, his impressive physique is entirely natural, stemming from the condition known as Klippel-Trenaunay syndrome, which involves vascular malformations that lead to excessive growth of bones and soft tissue. Throughout his career, Schlitter has faced numerous challenges. One of the most significant issues has been public skepticism and misconceptions about his arm, with many assuming that his muscles are fake or enhanced through illegal means. This has led to scrutiny and the need for him to repeatedly clarify and defend his natural condition. Number 3. Mustafa Ismail. Mustafa Ismail, an Egyptian-born bodybuilder often referred to as Big Mo, gained international attention for his extraordinary arm size, which was so large that it earned him a spot in the Guinness World Records. His biceps measured an astounding 31 inches, leading to widespread speculation and controversy over whether his muscles were the result of natural bodybuilding or enhanced by synthetic methods. Many people accused Ismail of injecting his arms with Synthol, a site enhancement oil that inflates muscles but doesn't contribute to strength. Ismail, however, consistently denied these claims, insisting that his physique was the result of a rigorous diet and training regimen. The controversies surrounding his physique brought several challenges. Many bodybuilders and fitness enthusiasts condemned him for promoting an unrealistic and potentially harmful body image, arguing that his appearance could mislead aspiring athletes about the realities of bodybuilding. Number 2. Greg Valentino. Greg Valentino is one of the most notorious figures in bodybuilding, often referred to as the man whose arms exploded due to his extreme and controversial approach to muscle enhancement. Valentino took an unorthodox and dangerous path by injecting massive amounts of synthetic oils like Synthol directly into his muscles, particularly his biceps. Valentino's arms, which ballooned to nearly 28 inches, became grotesquely disproportionate, and his pursuit of fame through this method eventually led to severe complications. Over time, the excessive injections caused his arms to become severely deformed, leading to painful infections, abscesses, and ultimately the rupture of his biceps. The infections were so severe that Valentino had to drain the abscesses himself with syringes, which only exacerbated the situation and led to even more serious health issues. His arms became a horrifying example of what can go wrong when extreme measures are taken in the pursuit of muscle size. Number 1. Andreas Münzer. Andreas Münzer was an Austrian professional bodybuilder known for his incredibly ripped physique and dedication to achieving extreme muscle definition. Münzer, born in 1964, rose to fame in the bodybuilding world during the 1980s and early 1990s. Unlike some bodybuilders who have been rumored to use implants or other artificial means to enhance muscle size, Münzer was known for achieving his look through a grueling regimen of diet, training, and, unfortunately, an intense and dangerous use of performance-enhancing drugs. Münzer's quest for the ultimate shredded appearance came at a high cost. He followed a highly restrictive diet, often cutting out almost all fat and carbohydrates, which left his body perpetually in a state of extreme leanness. This diet was complemented by a regimen of diuretics, steroids, and other drugs to reduce water retention and increase muscle definition.